Let's get the lines. Andy's a Chelsea fan. Good evening, Andy.
Good evening, Condi.
Good evening.
How you doing?
All right, Andy. Yeah. Did you stay up for the game? 1 o'clock in the morning. Finished at 3.
You know what? I was building IKEA blocks.
Oh,
at that
what?
time. Don't ask me why. I'm building IKEA furniture at that time. Don't ask me why.
What were you building?
Why? What was that time in the morning?
Yeah. Why, Andy?
Sleep.
Hold on. But what do you mean you couldn't? You don't.
Couldn't you watch the game at the same time?
Well, yeah, I did. You know, Perry. So what happened was, I forgot the game was on, so I had the City game on, and someone said, "Oh, it's 2-0 already at Chelsea." So, hang on, I'm playing now. So I put it on, and I was surprised. I was expecting.
Do you think the Chelsea players were the same as you, Andy? They went, "Oh, are we playing now? Are we 2-0 down after 15 minutes?"
I just, you know, with the time zones and what have you, I didn't think at the time we were playing. I thought we were playing on Sunday.
Right.
I didn't play on Saturday. It was all over the place. What I wanted to say was that I've been.
Sorry, Andy. Sorry. You're not getting away with it. You were building IKEA at 1:30 in the morning on Sunday morning. What were you building?
And what had you done wrong? You must have been in the doghouse. Not building a doghouse, but you must have done something wrong.
All right, so you've got this furniture, this wardrobe I bought from IKEA. I ain't touched in 2 months, and my missus was like, "No, we're doing it now."
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I was like, all right, let's go. So
did you have an Allen key?
I had an Allen key. I had all sorts.
Yeah. Okay.
I just made it work.
Did you? What was it you were building, and did you finish it? And what time?
Wardrobe.
We finished it. It took us what, an hour and a bit, so just under 2 hours.
Okay.
To build everything.
Was there any rows?
I saw the whole game. No rows. No. We did it. Teamwork makes the.
Oh, I like it.
It's the dream work. Excellent stuff. All right, matey. Go on. Then. What do you want to say about Chelsea?
I think we need to be realistic with our approach this season as fans, to understand that it's not going to be what we are accustomed to. That top 4 is going to be harder than it was last season. Considering the way we finished last season, was it as optimistic? You won't have the most optimism. And listen to what Tuchel said in terms of the attacking. It's the same attack as last season, so why are we expecting any different? We just need to come to realisation that we need for this process to rebuild. So Todd Bowley needs to make sure that, you know, having the best personnel in place to get the transfer dealings ins and outs are top priority, because Peter Cech and Mourinho gone. You can evidently see that.
Look, you're right. There has been so much upheaval and change at the football
club. There's a middle tier that's missing, isn't there?
Yeah, and what needs to happen? There is 38 days left of this transfer window.
talkSPORT breaking news.
17 minutes and 55 seconds.
talkSPORT breaking
that's
news.
Brilliant.
You're impressed with that, aren't you?
Your days, minutes, and
there you go.
hours is fantastic.
It's up there. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what we use. You know, the little chip. But there is time.
45 seconds.
There is 43. There you go.
You're panicking now. If it gets to 40, you ain't
if it gets to 40, it's signed. There you go.
I told Jason, don't panic, Jason. Honestly, it's not about. Listen, it's not every year we can win silver. Yeah, you know what I mean. Sometimes we've got to take a step back and rebuild it. So this year, with the transition we've had, with the last.
Yeah, but hold on. But sorry, Ed, let me just stop you there just a second.
You've signed 2 big players, by the way.
There is. Look, while all of what you're saying is correct, and I'm not going to disagree with the words you said. There's been a lot of upheaval, a lot of change at the football club. We're not talking as though the transfer window is shut yet. There is still time. You know, we're a wealthy football club. That clearly the owners want to spend money on this club.
Well, just borrowed about 800 million, haven't they?
You've got to give Tuchel. There is time. If the transfer window had 3 days left, I would be agreeing with you, saying, "Look, we ain't done well enough in the window. We need to consider what the season's going to look like." I'm not at that point yet.
10 Todd Bowleys, unless there's 10 Todd Bowleys, I don't really see it. He's got to work overtime.
And he's in a situation, Andy, that he's not used to. He's not used to the mechanisms of a football club, is
no,
it?
It's
the way that it works, away from American football.
It is different. Well, I mean, listen, thanks for the call, Eddie. I mean, the Koundé situation is something that I'm sure he's done lots of these dealings in the States. But Koundé's sitting there saying, look, I've had these. He's agreed personal terms from what we know with Chelsea. He's sitting there now saying, Barcelona have told me just to hang on a little bit. They're selling, more of their future earnings and income now. Just sit and wait for us. Well, clearly he wants to go to Barcelona, which is fine.
Well, then you just walk away.
We need to start thinking about that now. You can't be waiting for Koundé to make his decision.
No.
Okay, start making a contingency plan.
You've got to make the decision.
No,
and say,
start getting a contingency plan.
Okay, Jules, we're done. No, we're okay.
That's fine. You sit there. We'll have to work on something.
What are you saying? Park it.
Park it.
What are you doing? You
park Koundé.
Park Koundé.
He's park Koundé. But there's, the left back situation is, are we going to keep Alonso, who's got a year left on his contract?
What about
we got 3 left backs there.
Azpilicueta
wants out, but Chelsea's back. He played centre half. He come off the bench and played centre, or say
right
of a 3.
Yeah.
Played right of a 3. So right now, Chelsea, certainly at the back and up top, for me, is where we've got. We need to get. I think we need number 9.
What Andy said there, right? You are a club that has had turmoil, haven't you? And that turmoil has settled down a bit because obviously you got the Bowley being new owner, so that settled really down. So there is still a bit of instability on the management side. We're talking about on the recruitment side and director of football, and on the pitch as well. We talked about Azpilicueta and losing Christensen, losing. So
Rudiger's the big miss.
Yeah, but there's a little bit of instability all round.
Yeah.
And what Andy said there, I agree with him. So you've got to be a bit patient. But do you think that, Bowley, if you start off the season poorly, just for instance, right, and you're undercooked, and you're after 8 to 10 games, you're 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to say, I need to be patient?
Yeah, I think he might have to.
It's a test.
Well, I think he might have to because you've just highlighted the problems at the club.
Yeah.
Now it's through no fault of anyone's that what happened in Ukraine happened in Ukraine. So therefore, the club was sanctioned. What happened between now? The club was only taken over at the end of May, beginning of June.
Yeah, but
it's been a very short turnaround.
Jace, it's very well. Would the fans be patient? Because fans notoriously have a short attention span.
I think,
and Chelsea have been used to success.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that the fans will have. You asked me about Bowley. I think Bowley has to be.
Yeah, but you know what happens though if fans start getting a bit restless and
depends what restless looks like.
And
depends what restless.
What normally happens is owners panic. If the fans turn, owners panic. That's what happens.
Well, if he's got the same squad as we've got now, the same problems are going to exist.